What's good? What's going on, fam? It's another beautiful day. Morning Walk Entertainment Talk is back. And it's a windy day in Vegas. What's good? That's why I got this thing on. I know it looks wild. I know. What's good, fam? We back at it. Getting our walk on, getting our health on. And it's, you know what I'm saying? We go out in the snow, rain, sleet, snow. What's a little wind? You know what I mean? What's good, family? Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. I got this wind buffer or whatever they want to call it, wind screen. Oh yeah, it should be working right now. What's good? Noah Angel. Hey, what's going on? I ain't see you in a minute. How you doing? Great morning. How we doing? Yeah, we out here getting our walk on, exercise on, health as well. Can you hear me loud and clear? I got the windscreen on. I got the noise reduction on. I'm really testing this thing out. I know I look like a genie or some shit, right? Like a black genie with shades on. But I gotta get my walk on. Gotta come out here. It's like 6:46 in the morning. And we got a lot to talk about. Also wanted to test this thing out. See how this thing worked in the wind. Yep, loud and clear. I love it. So this thing is working then. Cause like if you don't hear it, it sounds like it's a windstorm. All types of stuff going on around me. What's good though? How you been, Noah Angel? I ain't seen you in a while. And you normally have some great theories when it comes down to power. Do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're on your phone, tap the screen. That gets the likes up. I appreciate it. You know how we do. I need 100 likes so we can spread the word and have the tube of the YouTube, put it out there, spread it out there. But we out here, family. Oh, let me show you one of the biggest palm trees I've ever seen in my life. Or is this like a manufactured palm tree? It's wild. Anyway, what's up? We got some folks. DeMarcus Vaughn is in the building. What's good? Morning Walk Entertainment Talk. Yeah, I know I'm looking like a genie, man. I got my hat to the back. I got this windscreen on. It's mad windy out here. So that's what we doing. But he said, No Angel says, sometimes I gotta catch you on a replay, but I always support. I appreciate that, No Angel. For real, let me know. Oh, here we go. Now I got that real wind popping right over here. I turned the corner. Can you still hear me? Appreciate that, Jab. Team Claudia. Here we go with the Team Claudia, boy. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Always appreciate the love and support. The wind is hitting real hard right now. Let me know if you can still hear me. It's hitting real hard on this street. As soon as I turn the corner, the wind just pow. So let me know if you can hear me still. But yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let me turn the corner first because I feel like I can't even hear myself. But tap the screen, hit that like button, share this out, family. We're doing power talk today, of course, entertainment talk. We're gonna talk BMF. We're gonna talk to Shy. And then we're gonna talk about all these lawsuits, right? We'll get to that. We do our entertainment first. We're gonna talk about these crazy lawsuits. Now it's not just Tyler Perry. Now they talking about Fat Joe. Crazy. It's crazy, man. I feel like it's an attack, but we're gonna get to that. I saw this somewhere, right? Y'all can see this? Cool. They said, you see at the top, it says, this is Omari saying this. They gave this weak acting kid another spinoff. Quote, end quote, Omari. It says Omari Hardwick furious on about the new spinoff. And what it say at the bottom? It says some wild stuff at the bottom. It says, I'll read it. I guess I have to be young or white to get, what it say? To get the right pay as stars, huh? Courtney 50, right? Okay. Now look, I saw this and I was like, you know, people put stuff together, like posts like this, and you really got to take it with a grain of salt, right? Because the last thing I saw about Omari, right? And I did a whole video on it. Okay, let me get the right light. There we go. The last thing I saw that Omari said was, when he did the interview, they asked him, will we possibly see ghosts in the future? Y'all remember that? When he was sitting down with the basketball players on a podcast, and I reposted it, did a whole video on it. And he said, yeah, you will possibly see ghosts or something like ghosts in the future. I remember that. You remember that? Let me know if you remember that. Let me know in the comments below. So when I see stuff like this, it's either one or two things going on right here, right? Either this is something that he said maybe a long time ago, or he never said this. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I don't believe it either. That's why I was bringing it up to y'all, man, you know, because we cover power, man. We talk about power all the time. So if the last thing he said was, yeah, you're going to see ghosts, that means that most likely this power legacy that they're talking about is going to be him coming back, possibly in power legacy. I mean, it makes sense, right? Whether it be a hallucination or as a ghost or whatever the case is. So, you know, we got to be aware, because I don't believe it. I know y'all don't believe it. Yeah, people be trolling just to stir up, just to get clicks. And again, this right here to me was a super clickbait to get people talking about BS. You know what I'm saying? And this was in a group too, so you already know, it's in like a Facebook group. You know, I'm not going to name the group, but I was just like, bruh, like, people got to be bored. People can't come up with their own original content, so they do stuff like this just to stir the pot. And it's like, in one way, it's smart to do. In another way, it's like, bruh, for real fans, we don't need to see BS like this. But we need to call it out too. We need to recognize amongst the community what real BS is, right? And what the real is, right? What the BS is, what the real is, and then we need to call that shit out, because you'll have people hating on Omari Hardwick and the dude never said it. And I guess this kind of leads to some of these lawsuits that I wanted to talk about anyway. Like, okay, we know how it is. Guilty, or no, innocent until proven guilty. When it comes down to our own community, sometimes it's the reverse. Sometimes it's guilty until proven innocent, right? So when it comes down to some of these lawsuits, some of them may be true, some of them may not be true. Just like this post right here. Somebody will look at it and be like, oh, it must be true because it says quotes and it has Omari. And some people don't think about it at all. They just go along and get along and be like, oh, this is news. And it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to take this quote from somebody that y'all know, but this right here is truly fake news. You know what I mean? Truly fake news. And we got to call it out. So, you know, in the past, what, how many years? I want to say the past year, we know a lot of the celebrities that we know. We grew up on their music. Shoot, more than a year, right? I mean, we talking R. Kelly, you know, we talking Bill Cosby, we talking a lot of stuff. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but man, it looks like it is an attack on some of our celebrity people. Now, whether they're doing this or not, we can place judgment and say, hey, I heard about it for years, you know, so it must be true. Or you know what? I feel like it's not true. Everybody gonna believe whatever they want to believe. Just like this right here. I keep this up for a reason, because we're talking about what you believe and what you don't believe when it comes down to entertainment news. So, you know, with the whole Tyler Perry thing, I already said what I said about that. I'm gonna wait for that to play out to see what's real, what's not. And whatever they say in the courts, if they settle, either we're gonna know or we're not gonna know. But now they talking about your boy Fat Joe. Now, Fat Joe has been under fire for the past. Hey, the palm tree want to be in the shot. Fat Joe has been, you know, under fire for a couple months now. You know what I'm saying? And the wild thing is that some people support him, and some people like, nah, F Fat Joe. But now he got this new lawsuit. And it's a wild one. It's sort of along the lines of the Diddy thing, right? And bro, it's just back to back. It's just been back to back, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say anything on here to mess up the rep of what we doing here, you know, mess with the channel, whatever. But what I am gonna say is that it seems like there is an attack going on. And I don't really know how to call it. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think it's an attack going on our celebrities, like high profile celebrities? Or do you think that these lawsuits are real? Do you think it's true? Again, I'm keeping this up for a reason, because we already have come to the conclusion together that we determined that this is fake news, right? So what is fake and what is not? You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell, especially now with this whole AI thing, right? Like AI, the Google VO, man, you'll watch that video of Google and you think it's real people, but it's all AI people. So have we entered into the age where even this right here, this live, may not be real? I may not be talking to y'all. I mean, I know I am. But it may be AI talking to y'all right now. Have we entered into that age where we don't know the difference between real or fake, right? Real or fake news. You know what I'm saying? Or is it just all confusing to us now? I mean, some of us are old enough to kind of discern what is real, what is fake. But they could try real hard to fool us, right? Real hard to fool us. I don't know why this thing is taking screenshots. The sun is coming out. All right, it's heating up. It's heating up. Drop your comments below. Let me know. So I talked about Force yesterday, right? Y'all know Force coming back in the fall. We talked about it. We went through a couple of picks. Force coming back in the fall. What do y'all think about that? I wanted to get y'all direct reaction. Are you excited about Force? That's the only power book that's coming back this year. That's the only one. It's the only one coming back this year. So are you excited about it? Or are you not excited about it? You know, some people, be honest, some people really didn't like Force or still don't like Force. And some people love Force because it's Tommy, right? So what do you think? Let me see. Let me look at the comments. I know I've been talking. What y'all think? Marcus says, people believe anything nowadays just to post a story. Yep, I agree with that. People love to spread false information because They need attention. Yep, I agree with you. No Angel says, I don't believe that even if he felt like this, I'm talking about Omari, he would say that publicly. That sounds like a troll. Yep, I agree with you on that. DeMarcus says, trolling for publicity at its finest. Yep. Who is, oh, okay, Jab, you don't know who that is. You're talking about power right now. You say you don't believe that Omari Hardwick said that people love trolling. Yeah, man. So we got to stay in tune and locked in with each other, right? We got to make sure that we keep each other on the up and up. You know, I refuse to report fake news just for clicks. I could have easily did like a lot of folks, and I don't knock them. I don't knock people's hustle, but I could have easily leaned into the whole Tyler Perry allegations. You know, I could have been got 20,000, 40,000 views off of that, but I refuse to lean into that because I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? It would help with the views, but you know, views definitely pay the bills. But I'm not going to get into the destruction of the next man. Like, I really didn't get into the Diddy thing. I may have done like maybe one video as far as a response to that video that that they exposed with him beating down Cassie. I don't know if you remember that. I went live on that. I was upset about that because, you know, shoot, I got a mother, I got a niece, I got a sister, I got some aunts, you know what I'm saying? I would never want them to be in a position like that. I don't condone violence against women, and I don't condone violence against men, because that goes on too, you know? DeMarcus says, Force is a decent show to me because it's a part of the Power universe. Yep. I think you said the key word, my guy. Decent. It is decent. It is decent. It is not my favorite book, but at this point it's decent. You know, a lot of people was crying in the beginning, bro. Oh, Force is too slow. What is this Dahlia? All right, I'm hitting the corner again. Mad wind coming. What is this Dahlia stuff? Why they calling it Dahlia? All of this and that, right? Mad wind. Let me know if you can hit a win. If you can't hit a win, this thing works. This is right here. I'm gonna tag this thing for y'all. If y'all want to start doing some mobile lives like this, you walking out, mad wind, whatever. Yeah, it's decent. P. Bronson, what's good, P. Bronson? I'm just seeing you. How you doing? P. Bronson says, Force is my least favorite. How one guy take over instantly. Come on, P. Bronson. We supposed to buy in to the Power universe. We love Tommy. You know, Tommy. And you know I'm messing with you right now. I'm trolling right now, right? Come on, Pete Bronson. This is Power. It's Tommy. He cancels Christmas. We supposed to buy into this white boy. And you know we love Tommy. You know we love Tommy. But we supposed to buy in to Tommy rolling into a city he's never been. Or he has been when he was a kid, but he's back. And then automatically, the guy that was locked up, who was running this organization, locks in with this guy, Tommy, and they go and try to take over. And this guy totally disrespects his brother for holding down the fort while he was locked up. That is so realistic. It's not. It's not. But again, this is TV, family. It's television. It's tele-live-vision. You know what I mean? It's tele-live-vision. Stephen Harris, what's good, my guy? What's good, dog? P. Bronson says, not to mention 3 organizations. Woo! You hit it right on the nail. Bruh. Why? You know what? I can say yes and no to that. You know what I'm saying? Look, we love everybody, right? But is it safe to say that they kind of use the whole, you know, white privilege thing in this a little bit, just a little bit? That Tommy can go in and out of organizations and not get scathed because of the color of his skin in Chicago. I don't know if they was playing off of that or not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Could Ghost do that? No. But if they wrote it like that, he could, right? Man, this wind about to blow me down. Y'all see me like, yo, this wind is coming strong. But fam, you hit it right on the nail though. No Angel says, I'm still looking forward to Force. Joseph Sikora is a great actor, but I hope the storyline gives him more this new season. Yeah, I do too, No Angel. I just want to have more realistic shit than non-realistic, right? I said it yesterday. Like, it's the only show homeboy literally gets shot. And again, we love Tommy. We love Tommy. But this is the only show that he literally got popped in the middle of an attack. Got stitched up by some girl, he was flirting with her, and then turned around, he walking out like, huh, it's a beautiful day, I'm gonna go get a cheese sandwich and then go back to CBI. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And he happens to overhear some stuff. Like, that's all writing right there. And nothing against the writing. Shout out to Gary Lennon, right? He was part of the OG Power. He was part of that. And he wrote Force. Shout out to Eve Rivera. Eve Rivera has directed. He's from New York, the Bronx, represent. He got his own street in New York. So shout out to Eve Rivera, amazing director. He's directed a lot of Force episodes. The ones that we like, that's the ones he directed. You know what I'm saying? So you got some good talent on there. You got some good writers, good directors. And it's up to us to whether we believe it or not. But P. Bronson, you see what I'm saying? You got to buy into the power universe. Whatever they say, that's what it is. We say, DeMarcus says, did you ever watch Tulsa King? I started to, bro. But I gotta say it. I don't believe Sylvester Stallone. I don't believe that he was a gangster. I don't buy in. He didn't convince me that he was this gangster. And they sent him away and he came back. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that came through, man. We got 42 folks in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Tap the screen if you are on your phone. Or hit the like button if you're watching me on the YouTube, on wherever. All right. Oh, y'all coming in hot. I appreciate it, man. We early in the morning, Saturday. Sometimes I feel like James. What's up, James? James WT. I know another James. James WT says sometimes I feel like. Hello. Oh man, here we go with the. Here comes the creeps again. It's starting to come in. I think, what is it, 20 minutes now? Man, that's a record. Okay. Steven says, oh, P. Bronson says, I want Liliana. I do too. My heart is on this side, but I'm just holding the phone on with my right. I do too, P. Bronson. Like, I didn't think that was good writing to me, especially the way that she got popped by bum ass Claudia. Stephen Harris says, the still shot of Miguel getting choked and Stacey Marks screaming, laughing your butt off. Let me pull that up. Well, this is Stacey Marks. Ah! And where's Miguel? I got that. He about to be out of here, son. You know what I'm saying? One of Tommy's boys gonna be yoking him up for taking away his sister, protecting his sister. Oh yeah, that wind is coming in hot. Oh shit. That wind is coming in. What's up, people? Thank you for stopping by. We're talking about power spinoffs. Right now, we're talking about Force. And we're talking about this power, the power universe in general. Yeah, fam. I was laughing. I was like, you gonna get yours, Miguel. Tommy got shot in OG Power. Yeah, I saw that comment. Bro. Yeah, but What happened? How long did it take Tommy and OG Power to recover from that pop? Again, we live in the Power universe. People heal instantly and they walk out like they just got their teeth cleaned at the dentist. That's how I see it, man. It's like, yo, you get popped, you should be down a couple days. Nah, this dude got stitched up by Maria and flirted with her and said, okay, I'll be back with a cheese sandwich for you. It's a Power universe. It's TV, baby. It's TV. You gotta love it. Tommy got okay. Force is better than Tulsa King. Yes, it is. I agree with you on that. That's why we talking about it. And I'm not talking about Tulsa King. You know what I'm saying? And God bless everybody who did cover that Tulsa King. But I saw, you know, some people, not that I pocket watch, not, you know, I follow a few people, or followed a few people, whatever the case is, that was covering Tulsa King. And they was on it. And then it disappeared. They didn't cover the rest of the season. And so, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay. Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to Force. How you doing? I'm looking forward to Force. And we'll see what happens with the golden boy of the Power universe. Okay? DeMarcus doesn't like Liliana, we know. P. Bronson, yes, but in Tulsa King, he had a group of people. Tommy was alone taking over. That's true. Yep. No Angel says that was. Oh, let's go back. Yeah, coming in hot. I love it. Thank you. Hit that like button, fam. What would you say? I'm looking for. Okay, No Angel said that was terrible writing to take out Liliana. Thank you. You agree with me, right? I was mad. Like, she was giving the boy mad great advice. Like, she became, to me, a fan favorite. You know what I mean? Because she was actually finally came around to working with Tommy, and she became a good asset. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to take out somebody who became kind of like a secondary character to this guy? So I'm thinking, okay, it was something contractual. I heard, this is what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think they wanted her to do a sex scene. And I think she was uncomfortable with that, or she didn't want to get naked. She ain't want to do, you know, some stuff that they wanted her to do. So they was like, all right, well, you know how it is. I kind of see what's going on now. If you don't do what they want you to do, they kind of take you out. You know what I mean? If you are not going along with the storyline and you show some, as a woman, areolas, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do what they ask you to do, then they gonna get rid of you. What do y'all think about that? I mean, is it fair that if an actor doesn't want to do an X scene or doesn't want to kiss the same sex, should they be taken out? Or should they be doing something else? He said no. All right, so let me see. Stephen Harris says, I think Stacey Marks is screaming because DeFranco, yeah. Let me go back to that. Let me see where she at. This is wild right here, where he going between the dude's legs. That's pause. Okay, we on lap 3, family. Thank you for rocking with your boy. We on lap 3 right now. Okay, I'm trying to find that picture. The sun is shining in my face. Sun is shining. There it is. Okay. Yes, I agree with you, Steven. DeFranco get unalive. Also think Jannard will get unalive. Shanti, or he will unalive Shanti because, let me see, because of her plans is gonna go far or go too far, and she's gonna really try to unalive Diamond, and he won't be with it. I'm with you on that. Shanti, she about to be out of here. That's why they showing a lot of her in the beginning, because I think, yeah, I agree with you. Either it's gonna be Jannard taking out the love of his life, You know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna be Tommy. You're gonna figure out that she really ain't feeling him like she a double agent, triple agent. The market says Marvin got popped and survived one episode after he. I know. But he wasn't like walking around hop, skipping, and jumping like Tommy was. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he got popped. Demo saved him. Next season came around. He got the daggone tape, stitched himself up, went to the spot, got the money out the stash, boom. And then we ain't see him for a minute. At least they gave him a little bit of time so we could see everybody else. Okay, No Angel says, I agree with Stephen Harris. Shanti has to get got because she can't come between two brothers. Jannard is gonna have to wake up and fall out of love with that girl. I agree with you. The market says the actress who plays Liliana wanted husband in force. Also, Liliana kissed her husband in force. Right, I remember that. Yeah, when they was in the club, right? When she was in the club and she got whatever she needed. Yep, I remember that. Pete Bronson says, I'm a kind of, y'all, good morning. I'm a kind of, what's up, little doggies? Pete Bronson says, okay, y'all just signed for a, what? Oh, he's still in Fort Lauderdale for the celebration. Got you. I think that Maria will smoke Jannard because she found out that Jannard is snaking Tommy. You think so? So you think that picture of her holding the strap is that? Okay. You think she gonna pop him? Your man, what's his name? DeMarcus? Big Bus, what's his name? What's his name? He's screaming too. Everybody's screaming. Everybody like, ah! Is that supposed to make us be like, oh, they screaming. Somebody got popped. Oh, we gotta watch it because they got their mouth open like, ah. This is wild, man. This is wild. All right, Pete Bronson, have a great day. See ya. Enjoy. Yep. He said Smurf. There you go, Smurf, yeah. Maria ain't no shooter, yeah? I don't know. You know, they be making people shooters and we don't think they shooters. You know, if it has to do with saving somebody's life or it has to do with somebody snitching or somebody trying to take down the person that they love, they make people shooters, yo. They really make people shooters, yo. It's crazy. Okay, let's talk about something else real quick. I want to talk about what they did. Well, let's talk about BMF real quick. What y'all think about BMF? Episode 2, I gave it a 9. Episode 3 was more like a 7. To me, it wasn't really a lot going on. Pastor Pinky came out. You know Pastor Pinky, Pinky from Friday. Pastor Pinky came out. And some people have predictions that your girl, oh, dang, you can't even see it. That your girl, here it is. That your girl, Lucille, is going to move to Atlanta and get with Pastor Pinky. And y'all know who Pastor Pinky is. That's homeboy right here, but he ain't gonna be able to fit into the scene. But you know, remember they was at church on BMF? And he was preaching about prosperity, and she's like, well, at my church, you know, we humble with it. You know, it ain't about the money. It's about the service. And he was like, don't dim the light. You know what I'm saying? If God is blessing you with all this money, don't dim the light. And she's like, that's not what, you know, I'm a pastor too. I was like, oh, you're a pastor. So some people said that she gonna move to Atlanta to try to protect Nicole. And there you go, Pastor Coleman is giving me Creflo Dollar. Yeah, Pastor Coleman. So some people saying she gonna move down, try to protect Nicole, because you know Nicole is on some I'm old enough now. I'm an adult. You get on me for being in jail and having X, but you won't get on me, you know. That's why I didn't like about Lucille this episode. Like, it's been leading up to this. And Lucille is acting holier than thou, man. I'm not really feeling her so far, man. In the beginning, she was aight. But now she on this holier than thou. And she ain't even giving the same grace that she gives people, the same grace to Nicole as she gives to people in her church. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, when Nicole said, yo, that robe was getting to your head, I was like, so was Charles. Charles was like, oh shoot. And then she was like, you can't tell me ish. I was like, oh, Nicole, be careful. If your father wasn't there, you'd be dead. D-E-A-D. So the market says Deacon Brown looked like Andre 3000 from the video, hey y'all, Pastor Coleman Church. Okay. Stephen Harris says, when Boone find out she messing with Terry again, she out. Also, Meech don't like her. Yeah. And I think Meech, Terry, because of what's going on with Markeisha, I think Terry gonna try to get back with his baby mama. And then we gonna see Homeboy from P-Valley and every other show that you know. What's his name? His name is Tyler too. The lights can do with the beard. Yeah. And then he gonna be getting with Terry baby mama. And that's gonna be a problem for Terry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this last episode was aight. You know, B Mickey supposed to come back. He ain't gonna be down, but Terry gonna be like, you gonna do whatever I tell you to do. Like, just get that man his money for his kid. Don't torture him like that. Terry is not in control. He knows that. You know, the whole back and forth with the detectives and the cars and I know it's leading somewhere. Which I think about that artist though. Misha's gonna sign that artist. We know that. Who is she supposed to be though? Who is that Puerto Rican chick supposed to be back in the day? Right? Because, you know, we saw the fake Pac, which pissed me off last season. We know Young Jeezy is coming. Once he started the label, the BMF label, and they had these crazy names for the label. But who is this girl supposed to be? Like, who is this singer supposed to be? Like, she playing somebody that he signed, and she either had a hit record back then. I'm trying to remember who it was. I gotta look it up. But was it episode 3? Yeah, it was aight. It was aight. BMF episode 3, it was aight. It was aight, son. It was aight. All right, let's talk about it. Let's get into the Shy. Hold on, let me get on stream. Let's get into the Shy. Because I thought the Shy was pretty good. They was paying a homage to Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. And it had a couple of scenes that looked just like the movie. Especially the scene when they was on the block. Yeah, this scene right here. When they was on the block. Same thing. Rest in peace to Robin Harris. That's Robin Harris down there in the bottom. But yeah, man, I thought it was pretty good. What y'all think about the Shy? I know I'm going fast. Let me see your responses. Okay. Tyler Lepley, yep, is playing the character DeMarcus. That's his name, DeMarcus? Oh, he's playing, okay, he took your name. They took your name. Okay. Purdy character symbolizes Blue Da Vinci. You think so? It symbolizes him? Blue Da Vinci was the first artist signed? So they just flipped, you saying that they just flipped it and created a story around Blue Da Vinci? I don't know. Let's see. Purdy song sound like It's Like That by Mariah Carey and Fat Man Scoop. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri. Yep. I agree. Stephen Harris says, deep down inside, Lucille didn't like Charles taking another woman out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, you a grown man. That was her initial reaction, right? You a grown man. You ain't need to tell me. Well, I was just letting you know. Okay. She said you could close the door on the way out. She was mad. When she said that, that's how you know she was mad. That's how you know Lucille was like, but why Charles always got to play it close to home? Why Charles going out with an employee from his son's restaurant? Why you playing it so close? Like, why can't it just be some random? No, it got to be the waitress lady at Terry's restaurant. Like, bro, go outside of your circle, bro. It's like too close to home, bro. You know what I mean? They say Trell is giving me P. Diddy vibes. You think so? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, if it wasn't for me, this one wouldn't blow up. If it wasn't for me investing. Or Suge Knight vibes. I don't know. Lucille is trash. In this season, she ain't looking good. Not at all. Not looking good at all. But it's definitely kind of like a real depiction of what people kind of go through when it comes down to some religious people. Again, I'm not knocking all religious people or people who actually have a relationship with God. You know, there's a difference between religious people and people that have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not religious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a relationship with God. I do go to worship service every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But I don't consider myself religious, because now saying religious is like almost like a curse word. You know what I'm saying? So Stephen Harris says, I would love Victor and Tiff. Yes, sir. Thank you. Let's get to that. Bruh, I want to thank Lena Waithe and the writers for really giving us what possibly could be a good love story. Because I don't care if the person was an alien, trans, or not. Trig never had a really good relationship with a person, okay? From his first, from his second, and it seems like they building something real with Tiff and Victor. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way they was googly eyeing it after he brought us some food and he told her how, you know, he saw himself when they took the mushrooms, and it's like, yeah, my old self gotta die and I'm scared of that because I don't know who I am, you know? And she was like, you know, you a good man, touched his hand, you know what I mean? Looked in his eyes. Come on, like, Tiff be playing. Tiff be, you know what I'm saying? She got them deep, dark eyes. Don't be looking at me like that and then, you know, tell me how you appreciate me, how I'm a good man, and you holding my hand, and I'm about to go in for the kiss, and then you back up. Like, I just want to kiss you. I ain't trying to impregnate you again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already pregnant. Like, I've been there for, if I'm Victor, I've been there for you, and I'm genuinely trying to help you out. But he expressed earlier that day when they was sitting right here, and he told Shy, because Shy was complaining like, yeah, Alicia, all she doing is making it about Tiffany and her grandbaby, and he crying and whining. You know what I'm saying? He crying and whining about not getting attention from Alicia when he just a hired help. I don't think he realized, like, she was playing with him. Like, Alicia was playing with Rashad. But going back to Trig, he did say he wouldn't mind waking up to Tiffany every day. That's what he said right here to Darnell and Rashad. You remember that? So, with all that being said, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need Victor to go ahead and connect with her because they seem like a good couple, and he don't seem creepy. Like Nuck is creepy with it. Like it's creepy to unalive the baby father, right, Rob, and then turn around and be like, I feel like a monster. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. Let me, give you a snoozy. Let me give you some clothes or whatever you need. That's creepy to me. You know what I'm saying? Nuck is creepy. You're gonna you're gonna unalive her boyfriend and then turn around and try to be her boyfriend. You creepy. Nuck is super creepy. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird. Marcus says Alicia, or I call her Alicia, will turn into Brandy from thin line between love and hate, trying to control Tiff about her grandchild. Oh, she already, what you mean trying? Bro, she already got control. She already got control. Tiff gonna do whatever she need to do because she don't want to get kicked out in the heat when they got a generator when all the power went out. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But nah, she got full control over Tiff. Tiff gonna stay in her place. We don't know how long that's gonna happen, but turn around, worse come to worse. If things go sideways and Tiff gotta leave, who you think she gonna go to? Who's she gonna run to? You know who she gonna run to? Victor, AKA Trig. She gonna go and stay with Trig at his house. You know what I'm saying? She gonna stay with Victor. I think Trig is on the way back though. With what Reg did, with sleeping with Jake's girl, right, and tonguing her down right in front of Jake. How foul can you be? Reg is a foul ass ninja, yo. He's foul. Super foul. You doing that to your little brother? You gonna set your little brother up? You see who he chatting with? He told you, yo, I've been talking to her for months. Yeah, invite her older. She look as old as me. Turn around. You messing around with the boy girl. You foul. Reg is foul. I call him the super bully, man. Reg's the super bully. I think it's foul, man. So it's only right that your boy Jake just feels how he feels about the whole situation, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just wild to me. Let me see what y'all saying. Stephen Harris says, Bakari was there when Nuck popped him. Definitely did it to protect Nuck and get attention off of him. Bakari threw up. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So that's why Tucson was like, yeah, we got your DNA from the throw up on the ground. Like how they do that? Like, how long was that throw up there? There's no street cleaners out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, DeMarcus Vaughn with the super chat. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. Thank you, my brother, with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. You know how we do. Thank you for supporting the channel. And he says Jake got his karma when Reg smashed Teresa, the thought, when Jake took Gemma and Kevin. Yeah, I said the same thing in my video, bro. But it's like, it's foul. But it's like, ooh, it's real foul, because when it's right in your face like that, and your brother in the next room smashing the shorty you was talking to for months, and you got to put on headphones. I mean, you heard the moaning. She was moaning and groaning, boy. Reg had a moaning and groaning. And then she had the nerve to be like, bye, Jake. Like, get the guy out of here. You ain't nothing but a dot. A THOT. You know what I'm saying? Thank you again, my brother, for the super chat, my brother. But I agree. It was karma. And it was right in it, pow. Like, he got smacked in the face with it, though. Kevin did, too. You know what I'm saying? When he caught them kissing, Gemma and Jake, kissing on the steps. Crazy, dog. Stephen Harris says, I think Emmett gonna get hurt trying to have to Steph for Damien from whoever the person he was supposed to pay it. Oh yeah. That'd be crazy if the person that he needs to pay is Nuck. What if the person that he needs to pay is Nuck or a bookie that works for Nuck? You know what I'm saying? And Nuck come after him. That's gonna be some real beef. That's gonna be some real beef. What you mean trying to justify? What you mean? What you mean, DeMarcus? Yeah, dog, that was foul, though. Straight up, dog. If your brother did that to you, thank you for the 100. Thank you for the 100. Appreciate that, Matthew Lambert. Appreciate the 100. Thank you, my brother. But yeah, man, come on, man. If your brother did that to you, you know you'd be like, mother freaker, that's effed up. That's foul. But when your brother put hands on you, like, yo, it's crazy. Like, they was fighting. They was about to fight. It wasn't really a fight. Wasn't really a fight. Yep. Come on, man. Come on, look at this. 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 Tiff. There. You can't really see it, but don't be looking at me like that. And then when I go in for the kiss, you want to back up. Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Because Tiff look good. Tiff look good. Man, I ain't going front. Tiff look extra scrumptious. She does. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant or not, she always look good. Tiff always look good. But doggone it, have me bring food over. What she brought? White Castle? I didn't even see that they was eating White. He was like, Victor was like, yeah, my mother was a chain smoker while I was, but she was pregnant with me. That explains it, Vic. That explains why you couldn't have the life that you dreamed of. Because your mom was a chain smoker while you was doing that. Let's see. Stephen Harris says, we got 25 folks in the building. Hit that like button for us, man. We need 25 likes. I appreciate it. Tap the screen if you're on your phone. Tap the screen. If you're on your phone, I'm out here walking. See the trees? Morning walk, entertainment talk. Steven says, Jake finally knows what it's like to have his girl taken from him. Bakari is the reason Reg and Jamal got hit up. Yeah. He be out of here soon, yep. And Damien need to stop gambling. Yo, if we doing predictions, you know, we saw it like a while ago. We saw the Boys in the Hood reference where Jake was like, Bakari, and the car rolls up and they about to pull out the shotty. Bakari got to pay for what he did. Bakari got paid for what he did. Y'all remember what Bakari did? Bakari popped Ronnie, right? Bakari popped Ronnie. After Ronnie saved Keisha and the whole nine, Bakari popped Ronnie because Ronnie made a mistake and popped, who was it? He popped Coogie, right? Was it the Coogie? Yeah. Victor and Tiff don't need to hook up. That's bad for business. Whose business? Whose business? Whose business? Her business? What business? Well, I can see what you mean, because when you got Alicia now popping at Reg because she's being told, or it's inferred by Bakari, that maybe Reg, who wasn't even in the show, wasn't even back in town, pop Rob, right? Bakari's doing that on purpose because he's not trying to put Nuck under the bus, right? So if Alicia is popping at Reg, and here we go with Reg's brother, Victor, messing around with Tiff, and Tiff is holding Alicia's grandbaby, That's a major conflict. I can see what you're talking about there. I can definitely see what you're talking about right there. That's definitely bad for her personal business, and bad for the business overall, right? Everything that Alicia has set up for her or told her that she's going to do as far as taking over the smoke shop, as far as everything else that has to do with paraphernalia and all of this and that and the shrooms. Yeah, that's bad for her business, yeah. But you can't stop love, DeMarcus. You can't stop the love and White Castles. Come on, man. If I'm bringing a shorty White Castles and she loving on that and she telling me I'm a good man, yeah. I mean, he ain't gonna smash. She pregnant. Not to say that pregnant women don't smash, you know what I'm saying? I heard, ladies, y'all know better than any of us that when y'all feeling it, whether you pregnant or not, if you with your husband or your man, you still gonna let them smash, even though the baby's in there. I just couldn't do it. Me personally, I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll please you in a different way, but yeah, man, I just, it's my lady. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Then the man is in the building. What up? Everybody suddenly fans of Rob. It says Jamal now that they about to be up out of here. Who fans of Rob? Who's a fan of Rob? You mean Reg? I ain't a fan of Reg. I'm glad Reg is on the show because he adds another element. You know what I'm saying? Like a hood element, like a terrible, bad person element that we need because it needs that edge. Yeah, Bakari's about to be out of here. Jamel, who knows? They if you saw the preview for the next episode, he's in the hospital, so he's still alive. Whether he survives or not, we'll see. What do you say? Yeah, the other guy we talking about, Vendetta, is Jamel. So Reg did get snipped on the arm, but Jamel got popped in the back. He on the ground. Reg walked over him like he was a doormat, yo. Walked right over him like, oh well. So let's say Tiff is using Victor to take out Nuck. Is she? She's not even really sure that Nuck did it. You know what I'm saying? She's not really sure. She has a feeling because of what Alicia just said. Don't mess with Nuck because I think Nuck lied and said Zay did it to save his own life, which he did. Alicia ain't stupid, but what she is wild about is being with Rashad. You hear that dog barking? Can you hear a dog barking? There's people and dogs barking in the background. If you can't hear that, this thing is amazing. I'm gonna tag it so y'all can get it. You know what I'm saying? The Holly Lark MS too. But anyway, she has a hunch from Alicia saying what she said about Nuck lying and just lying to save his own life because she had him at strap point. You know what I'm saying? She had the drop on Nuck. He was sleeping in the bed. I don't know how she got in, but the way for Alicia to get the drop on Nuck like that and he was sleeping, and she was by herself. That let me know Alicia, she got some tactics. She got some street tactics. She, but her taking out the strap and just popping that Reg and hitting Jamel, like, she's done this before. Alicia's more dangerous than we think. She ain't just some, mature lady. Remember, she's the sister to Q. Remember that. To Quentin, okay? She's the sister. Pregnant smashing, ain't it, Chief? Yeah, Dan the man, like I said, man, I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna go there. I could go and explain, but I'm not gonna explain. DeMarcus says, I wonder how would Lene feel about Bakari being a part of the reason why Janelle got shot. Man, maybe that's why they gonna get him. Because it's all gonna trace back to Bakari. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all gonna trace back to Bakari. Somehow, some way. Yo, how did he get popped? Like, who? He gonna say something to indicate that he may have indicated to Alicia or someone that the police approached him and they asked about Reg and that he told somebody else. He gonna say something that's gonna expose that he possibly could have said something about where Reg lived, and then they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna put the piece together. Steven says, I'm not a fan of nobody character on this show. Okay. Team Charles. There you go with the Team Charles. You talking about Pastor Charles? DeMarcus, man, you give me the indication that you used to be a player before you got married, sir. You gave me the indication that you used to be in them streets, man. DeMarcus, babe, you may have been for the streets before you got locked down by your old lady. You know that's what they call her. I got mad wind hitting me right now. Let me know if you can hear the wind. I came around this corner again. I think we on lap 4. We on lap 4 right now. We lapping it up, family. Steven says, I just got by the storyline on this show. You just can't, you saying you just can't buy it? Yeah. Danny Man says, I mean, Rob, when he unallowed everybody crying. Okay, everybody mad at Alicia for popping Jamel. Okay, hold on, let me spin the block. Let me get around this block because this wind is kicking. Okay, the wind should be dying down now. Okay, so Danny Man says, I mean Rob, when he died, everybody crying. Okay. And everybody mad at Alicia for popping Jamel. Bakari was getting hell on the show before this season for popping Ronnie. Yep. So I agree, Bakari's time is over. Yep. Yeah, man. His time is up. Like it's been how many seasons? Because it was season 3 when Keisha got kidnapped, right? It was the same season when Ronnie found her, right? So it's either season 3 or season 4. I think it was season 3. Season 3, Ronnie rescued Keisha and they unalive her abductor, right? And then at the end of that season, that's when Bakari came around in the alley, the same alley. I had to stop. Oh, shoot. What if Bakari is gonna get popped in the same alley that he popped Ronnie? That would be poetic. Poetic justice. That would be poetic if Bakari gets popped in the same alley after having an argument with Jake. Okay? And now, I said this before, I predicted it before that Jake and Bakari gonna argue. Let me pull up a pic. Jake and Bakari gonna argue about what happened as far as Jamel getting popped and as far as them popping at his brother, right? So I think Jake is gonna be arguing with Bakari and then turn around, they're gonna walk away and then the car gonna roll up and they're gonna try to smoke your boy Beck Carter. And if it's in the same alley where he popped Ronnie, that would be so poetic. Super poetic justice. Never, dang, I can't even see it. It's too large. Sometimes the pictures are too large. Can't see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be dope, which I think. Drop your comments below. But yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your man is laid out. Oh man, this thing is so large, man. It zooms in. I'm zooming on that. Back up. Here we go. So that would be Poetic if it happens like that. If Bakari gets popped in the same alley that he popped Ronnie, that would be Poetic. You know what I mean? I would say. Let me go back. Oh, y'all coming in hot. Hit that like button, fam. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for your boy if you haven't already. Tap the screen if you're on your phone. That gives me the likes and hit some hearts or something, 100s. Then the man says, now that Jake giving Reg that knuckle sandwich was needed. Absolutely. He says, Jake still had that karma coming to him. Yep. Running It podcast. What's good? That's when the... Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, you heard Alicia. She was like, I don't want you getting wet over Nuck. Well, now Tiff's getting wet over your boy. But you saying, I know what you're saying. I ain't even gonna go there, but thank you for that input. DeMarcus says, I think that Victor will save Jamal's life and call 911. Okay. Well, Victor always, again, he said he got the savior complex, right? But what is Victor gonna be? How is Victor gonna find out? Victor ain't at Jake's spot. Victor was eating pizza with Jake at the end of the show. So how Victor gonna call 911? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is a fact. VACAY-JayTV, I was a playable. Yeah, exactly. I know you were, sir. I knew you was a player before you married, yo. I know that. You were living vicariously through these shows. I get it, brother. Then the man says, does anyone else peep how nonchalant the D-Tech is being? Like, Trig isn't responsible for defending the police. Duda's unalignment, Brandon unalignment on her watch, and she just chill. Bro, what? Right. Yeah. Because she acted, you know how they do. They act like they got something, and they don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? She just being cool, trying to act like she got something. That's why Trick said, shoot, when she showed him the picture of the ATM of Jake and Red, she's like, I can't even make this out. You don't got nothing. Come back when you got something. You know what I'm saying? She don't got nothing. DeMarcus says, I think Bakari will survive this season of the show. Maybe. They make it look like he won't, right? Then the man says, took the words right out of my mouth. Poetic justice. Yes, sir. Either Nuck or Reg gonna take out Trig this season. What? Nah. Why? Because Trig falling in love? Nah. They are not gonna let go of Luke James. You know that. They ain't gonna let go of no Luke James. Nuck is out of here before Reg. Nuck is out of here before your boy Victor. They doing too much work building up this storyline of Victor fighting his old self. They building it up. You know what I'm saying? Too much, like so much where it's like he's gonna play a major role in Tiff's life some way, somehow. He's already doing that. So, either Nuck or Reg gonna take out Trig. Okay. Stephen House says, Tiffany about to have a problem on her hands with EJ. Oh my God. Bruh. EJ. God bless EJ. We know EJ is special needs. We know that. He's a special needs child. But EJ getting bigger. You see how swole EJ getting? You see how after he fought that kid and they sat EJ down and Emmett tried to put his hand on his shoulder and he was like, get off me, son. He ain't say that, but that's how he did it. He was like, get off me. Yeah, EJ getting big. So EJ, I hope they don't lead him into the streets. I hope he don't become part of Nuck's crew. I hope That's not where they're going. Bakari will zip-zag. Oh, running like Ricky and still get popped, son. And still, he going through the, Ricky! He going to do the zigzag like he playing football and still get popped in the back. Danny Man says, I did the direction the season is going. I'm curious if Reg might end up getting some guidance from the OG in prison. Carl Lumley still around. Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. I don't know. I don't think Reg is on that. I don't think Reg is on that. But right now, Reg is alone. That's the one thing he didn't want. He wanted his brother to be down, and he didn't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, huh? It is what it is, man. So, I thought it was cool. What else we need to talk about? We talked about the lawsuits. We talked about BMF. We talked about the Shy. And we talked about power, man. Yeah, man. Let me see a couple more of your comments. I know y'all going in. Salute to you. Definitely hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button, fam. What do you say? DeMarcus says, it would be interesting if we lose Trig the season of the Shy. That would be a huge plot twist. Man, I don't know. It would be, but I don't know. Anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. Fam, I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. I believe I did 5 laps today, and it's all because of my legs and God and good health, but also because you guys kept me company through this. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. One more shout out I gotta give. Let me go up here real quick. Gotta give a shout out to my peoples. Where is it at? Where is it at? I got something on here. Where'd it go? Must be way back, way back. Hold on. But I gotta give a shout out to the sponsors of yesterday's live. The Kill Fashions. They hooked your boy up with the new fit. And they sponsored the show yesterday, and I just want to give them another shout out. They got a fashion show going on down in Florida, I believe in Jacksonville, in August. But they gave your boy the new fit. Here it is. The new fit. Hey, shout out to my peoples at the Kill Fashions. Thank you for the hat, for the fitted, and the B shirt. It's not a T-shirt, it's a B shirt. Yeah. So shout out to the peoples, to the fam for that. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk more. We're going to come back. We're going to do our thing, all right? I appreciate all of y'all, man. Salute to all of y'all. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for rocking with your boy. I'm tired. I'm going to see y'all next time, all right? Until next time, salute.